Hello and welcome to another training video from GDS. This is covering the Tubelite catalog for WinBid Pro, and it shows you how to update the pricing and parts from a newer Tubelite catalog that was published. So let's say that you downloaded a new update from our website and you've installed it, and now you've got two Tubelite catalogs. And this is actually, you have to have both of them, the old one and the new one, to be able to run this utility to update the older catalog with the newer pricing in the new catalog. So hopefully that makes sense so far. But what we first need to do is find the update utility on your computer. So you've already done the catalogs, you've installed them. We need to go to your File Explorer and go to your C drive and then the WinBid Pro folder, and then inside that the Tubelite Inc folder. Now if you put your catalogs on a server, just find your Tubelite catalog on your server drive, and then you should see this update utility in there too. So Tubelite, or update Tubelite, we want to double click on that. We want to say yes, we trust it. And then this is where we're telling the program which catalog we want to update and which one the update's coming from. So the first step is picking the older catalog that we're updating, and we hit open. And then the second step in this case is what we want. We want to update pricing from a newer catalog's price list. Now, another tool in here is also available, but in this case we wouldn't necessarily use it. But it would let you either zero out certain prices, or it would let you change the finish factor for different prices. So since column 1, the C1dB1P is usually the base price for Tubelite parts, then a factor is applied for all the different finishes. So if they've updated a factor and all you need to do is change the prices for that one factor, then you can go ahead and put in the new factor here. For, let's say it was the GP Kynar. You could put in the new factor and hit update prices, and then it would know to pull that new factor from the first column, which is the base price. So that's one way to do it. And we actually have to get back into it after I showed you that. So now I'm going to go back to selecting the older file, and then this is the other way to do it. So all we're doing here, we're updating from a newer price list. We're selecting the catalog that we installed that has that update, and then it gives us a confirmation. And if there are any changes in finish colors, it's going to update your older catalog with whatever finish colors they're using in the newer one. So keep that in mind, and that's what this reiterates. So I hit yes, and basically it's just going to go through and start updating. And it also adds any new parts. If Tubelite added a few new parts to that new catalog, it's going to go ahead and add those to your older parts list in the older catalog. Now it's not going to add any framing systems or doors or entrances or anything like that. So if you need to do that type of thing, that's where you'd use the repair utility. That's the little hammer icon when you install a program that should be on your desktop. So that utility lets you actually pick frames and doors from one catalog and copy them to another. So it can work with any catalog, but it also works with the Tubelite catalog. So now, if I go here and say, okay, now we can go back, get rid of that, get rid of that. We can go back to our parts list, and then we can actually look at our miscellaneous parts now. And I'm going to filter it so all we're seeing is miscellaneous. So now you'll notice they're all the same price. So basically the newer catalog fixed a problem that was in the R1 where all the miscellaneous parts had actual changed finish prices. But since miscellaneous parts don't have finishes, they should all be the same price. It could also just have one price and the rest zeros. But if you use one of these parts in a field that actually looks for a finish, then it would actually just pick up the normal price because it found it under the finish column that the job is set at. But that's just kind of a idiosyncrasy of the program. But so there's two different ways to do it. It could have a bunch of zeros and just one price, or it could have the same price in all the columns. Either way works fine. So So basically I've updated my R1 catalog, and now I can just keep using it with all the prices being right. So that's it. Thank you.